Namaste, my beautiful, vivacious Virgos. Welcome. And thank you so very much for joining me here this week. The reading that I'm about to do is for November 24th to November 30th. Thank you so much again for joining me here this week. Please do watch your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign when watching my 12 sign readings, because you may get a little bit more inspiration when watching all of them. And I very much appreciate your likes, your subscribes to my YouTube channel. Ring the notification bell. Please also subscribe to my website. It really helps me to, it helps as far as an exchange of energy always. But it also helps me to know if, you're enjoying these weekly readings, and if it's something that I should continue doing until I'm able to start up my personal readings again. I know many of you have been waiting, and I thank you so very much for your patience. All right, my darling Virgos, let's see what Spirit has for you for the week of November 24th to 30th. I'm just going to flip my screen. All right, here we go. All right, my darling, my vivacious Virgos, what messages does Spirit have for the Virgo Collective for the week of November 24th to November 30th? All right, perfect. Oh, wow. Okay, that's the one for our Virgo Collective. Beautiful. Oh, no, there's two there, so let's do that again. There we go. All right. And for the last deck, I chose the Animal Spirit Oracle. So let's see what comes out for our. Perfect. Okay. All right. Beautiful. All right. So I'm just going to flip my screen once again. All right, my darling, darling, vivacious Virgos. Okay. I'm going to read these cards, channel the messages in the order that I received them. Okay, beautiful. So for the first message that our Virgo Collective got for the week of November 24th to November 30th is self-forgiveness. Self-forgiveness. That's a very powerful message, my darling Virgo. Self-forgiveness. This is a time, my sweet, sweet Virgos, in which you are being asked to let go of any guilt that you have held on to. And remember that you are a perfect child in God's eyes. So I'm getting from this message, my darling Virgos, that there is something that you've done that has really stuck in your heart. And that has created some sort of a blockage in you. Perhaps a regret, maybe a situation you were put in that you had no other choice. But something has created guilt. It could be something small, it could be something big. But that guilt, my darling Virgos, needs to be released now. This is really a time of self forgiveness because, when we hold on to guilt, we can't change the past, right? We can't change the past. We can't change certain actions. But what we can do is learn from the past and make wiser choices in the future. So, my darling, this is a time of letting go of any guilt that you're holding on to deep within your heart and to forgive yourselves, okay? Take that how that resonates for you, my darling Virgos, and if it doesn't, let it go. The second message, my darling vivacious Virgos, that you got is the ascended master Radha. Powerful, powerful Indian deity, ascended master Radha. And she comes forward with a card with a message that says soul flame. Soul flame. It's time, my darling Virgos, collective of Virgo, to rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Okay? So, my darling Virgos, excuse me, if something has transpired in a relationship, in a soulmate relationship, and soulmates are not just our partners, they often can be our marriage partners, but they can also be people that are very close to us. They could be our parents, it could be our siblings, it could be people that are very, very close, that have a soul bond with us, okay? So please take this, how this resonates with your particular situation. But this is a time, my darling, darling Virgos, of relationship harmony and of healing in those relationships, okay? And if there is something that has transpired within that relationship, my darling Virgos, it's time to let go of the guilt and forgive yourself for something that you may have felt that you did or you didn't do, okay? This is a very powerful time of healing soulful relationships in your life. The next message that you get, my darling Virgos, is take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility for your actions. So if there is something that you do feel guilty about or that's weighing heavy on your heart, know that this indeed is a time of harmony and of healing for you, for others. And I mean, if it's to do with somebody who's already crossed over, know that they can hear you, they can feel you, and they know, Spirit knows. But Spirit is also saying that it is time to take responsibility for your part in whatever situation this could be that is bothering you. Like just accepting that, yes, I did this and I shouldn't have done this and this didn't sit right with me. Just taking responsibility in itself will bring the healing for you. Okay? And this can be in whatever situation. It could be work. It could be a soul relationship, like somebody close to you, your partner. It could be colleagues. It could be in whatever capacity resonates with you. Okay? What comes to my mind, I'm just going to share this with you. I mean, because this could be anything. But when my very first pet and my only pet was a dog by the name of Kiara. She was the love of my life. And, when it came time to, having to put her down, she went through a very horrendous experience because of where I took her. And my heart died inside because I felt so responsible for taking her there, of all places. And it haunted me. It haunted me. And that guilt really ate a part of my soul. It was so horrible that I swore I would never get another pet again because it just hurt so bad, and because of the way the circumstances were. And then, a few years passed and I ended up, addressing what was hurting me about the situation. What could I have done different? What transpired, and where was it really also not my fault? Because my intention wasn't that. My intention was that she would, stop the suffer, that she wouldn't suffer anymore. And so when I finally took responsibility of the fact that my heart was in the right place, right? I was able to awaken within me, that piece of my heart that needed to awaken. And that's what allowed me then to get my fur baby now, Bella. So I'm just giving you this example, but you take it how it resonates for you, okay? But you are being asked to let go of any guilt. Your message, my darling, darling Virgos, is don't worry. Everything you've been waiting for is on its way to you. Progress is being made even if you can't see the results. So much is happening behind the scenes for the creation of your dreams. So my darling Virgos, it's time that you trust the process. Wow. I have chills. This is a very, very deep reading, and I hope it resonates with you in some capacity. For the very last card, my darling, darling Virgos, I picked the Animal Spirit Oracle. And the animal spirit, my darlings, that is coming through for you, it is the armadillo spirit. The armadillo spirit animal. And this animal, this totem, this spirit animal that comes to the Virgo collective, the message is that it's time to set healthy boundaries. It is time to set healthy boundaries. Wow. So let me just read you a little bit about what this spirit animal brings to you for the week of November 24th to 30th. Learning to set healthy boundaries is a gift of the armadillo spirit. You are entering, my darling Virgos, a phase where in order for you to be in alignment with your intentions and co-create your best life, you may have to be discerning and say no to many things that may have been okay for you in the past. This also means that you need to learn where you end and where others begin. What is yours to own and what is not. Okay? Know your limits and understand that it's an empowering choice to say no to what doesn't feel right. The armadillo spirit is here to tell you it's time to be honest with yourself about what you really want. Be clear on what you are agreeing to. Declare what your needs are and say no as a full sentence. These are the acts of respect and kindness to others as well as to yourself. Trust your body signals and you will know what to do. The armadillo spirit guides you in making good decisions that are grounded in a strong sense of what belongs to you and what does not. Wow, that is powerful. Set healthy boundaries, darling, darling Virgos. Wow, that was a quite an intense reading. Specific, but it's for the Leo collective. I hope that it resonates with you. My darling Leos, my darling Virgos. I said Leo, I'm sorry. I just did Leo. For my darling Virgo collective, I wish you many, many blessings for the week ahead. All my love. Namaste.